Welcome to the step-by-step guide to navigating Bahamas laws online. We will provide an overview of what is available on Bahamas laws online, how to gain access to Bahamas laws online, accessing legislation, understanding what reprints are, how to access official gazettes, and useful resources to assist users. An introduction to Bahamas laws online. Bahamas Laws Online is a web-based platform designed to provide access to the laws of the Bahamas and serve as a digital repository of the official gazettes. There are several categories of persons who can benefit from using Bahamas Laws Online: lawyers, students and researchers, government officials, policymakers, foreign entities, tourists, and business owners and entrepreneurs. Let's discuss how to access Bahamas laws online. There are two ways to access Bahamas laws online. You can type in the words Bahamas laws online in your Google search bar, or type in laws.bahamas.gov.bs in the search bar at the top of your web browser. Now, let's discuss how to access legislation. To access legislation, hover the mouse over the legislation tab at the top of the website. There, you will be able to view the following options for primary and secondary legislation, including legislation that has been tabled in Parliament or under consultation. You can access acts by year, alphabetical order, category, principal acts not in force, amended acts not in force, and acts that have been repealed. You can access subsidiary legislation by year, alphabetical order, subsidiary legislation not in force, and subsidiary legislation that has been revoked. The index can be viewed in alphabetical order or by category. Bills, regulations, and resolutions tabled in Parliament can be accessed here. Let's say you would like to view the Value-Added Tax Act, along with any amendments made to it over time. However, you are unsure of when the act was originally brought into force, or under which category it falls. Go to Legislation, hover over Acts, select in alphabetical order, select the letter V, click on the plus sign to see any amendments made to the act, or any subsidiary legislation made thereunder. And to view the act, click on the name of the act. To download acts, subsidiary legislation, or any other available legislation, select the downward pointing arrow icon at the top right of the Adobe toolbar. Then, select Download PDF. Select the folder you wish the act to be saved in on your computer. To print acts, subsidiary legislation, or other available legislation, select the printer icon next to the download icon on the Adobe toolbar. Then, select Print. The ID number for legislation can be viewed by clicking the box to the far left of the name of the act. Clicking the shaded plus button to the immediate left of the name of the act will expand the view to allow users to view amendments to the act and any orders, regulations, or notices associated with the act. You can also view the category under which the legislation falls by clicking on the first box to the right. The commencement date and information relative to the commencement of the legislation can be viewed by clicking the second box to the right. Let's say you would like to view the previous version of the Value Added Tax Act and any amendments to the original act prior to a particular date. To view legislation for a particular point in time, go to the Legislation tab, hover over Acts, click on in alphabetical order, click on the small calendar icon, and select Preferred Date. Bills recently tabled in Parliament can be viewed by scrolling to the bottom of the home page. To find bills which were tabled in Parliament at an earlier date, hover over the Legislation tab. Then, hover over the Tabled in Parliament tab and select Bills and Regulations. There, you can click the drop-down arrow to search for bills by year. Let's get acquainted with reprints. A reprint is a law incorporating any amendment, repeal, or omission affected to that law for the convenience of users. Reprints are only available for certain laws. The Publishing Details page indicates that the law in question is a reprint. The Publishing Details page on the reprint provides users with a list of all amending legislation incorporated into the reprint. To view amendment acts passed prior to the publication of the reprint, hover your mouse over the Legislation tab, hover over Acts, then select by year. Select the year of the desired Amendment Act, then scroll to and select the Amendment Act. Let's turn now to accessing official gazettes. One might ask, what is the purpose of the other official gazettes published on Bahamas Laws Online? The official gazettes, other than legislation, are published on Bahamas Laws Online to publish information relative to the actions of and decisions made by the government. Users can find gazettes relative to the allocation of portfolios, notices of possession of land, appointments by the Governor General, and other matters. Some common categories of official gazettes are acquisition of land, Cabinet Office, Office of the Governor General, National Security, and Finance. Official gazettes may be viewed by year or by category. To view the components of official gazettes, you can find the notes on the left box, the category on the first box on the right, and the Gazette date on the second box on the right. Now let's look at some other useful resources. The Useful Links tab provides access to associated pages with the revised edition, the supplementary volume, and the core agenda. The Help tab at the top right of the page provides users with a guide to accessing Bahamas laws online, information on statute law and subsidiary legislation available on the website and at the government printing department. It also includes answers to frequently asked questions that users may have. Thank you for your attention. We hope this presentation has been beneficial to you.